comedy, romance, and more. Anime are always fun to watch. But what about when you are looking for an anime with a completely different approach? Dark anime have always been an interesting concept, exploring limits of human cruelty, harsh conditions of nature, or ideas such as an unspeakable monster lurking underneath the surface of what seems to be a peaceful society. Anime that would keep you up all night. How could you possibly survive such a mad world introduced to you? And yet the theme has a huge fan following because fans just can't get enough. Today, Mad World brings you the top 10 dark anime with an overpowered dark character. Before we start, subscribe to Mad World and click that bell icon to get regular updates on the most enthralling and mind-boggling videos. Be sure to stick around for the top 3 dark anime. You'll want to add them all to your watch list. Let's start with number 10. Number 10. Big Order. 10 years ago, a fairy granted a wish to a child that led to catastrophic events, killing countless people known as the Great Destruction. Now, the child, Eiji Hoshimiya, doesn't even remember what he wished for. His only concern is his sick sister. Meanwhile, thousands of people known as Orders have since received abilities to make their heart's desires come true. The Orders are generally hated by everyone. Some of these Orders are after Eiji in vengeance for those he had killed. Will Eiji be able to survive the numerous assassination attempts? And most importantly, what really was the nature of the wish that caused such immense havoc and dissolution? Watch the suspense-packed mystery anime to find out. Number 9. Brave 10. Young Priestess Izanami could only just watch as a group of evil ninjas burned her temple to the ground and slaughtered everyone within, leaving her no choice but to flee to the forest and escape. She luckily stumbles upon a ninja named Saizo. The two travel to Uedo Castle and ask Yukimura Sanada for help, where Izanami's possession of a strange and devastating power is revealed. Sanada agrees to help assemble 10 brave warriors to aid Izanami. The story continues as Saizo and Izanami journey through the war-laden lands, searching for brave warriors to serve under Yukimura's banner, each possessing a unique skill of their own. They travel far and wide while fighting those who chased after the dark power Izanami possessed. An epic adventure story mixed with samurai and superpowers, the anime is an excellent and exciting watch. Number 8. Khmer Got Killed. The anime starts off with a nation left to drown in poverty, strife, and ruin. A covert assassination branch of the Revolutionary Army, known as the Night Raid, is assembled to overthrow the greedy failure Prime Minister. Members of the Night Raid are all experienced killers and are aware that they would likely face retribution as they mercilessly eliminate anyone who stands in the way of the revolution. This band of assassins hire their newest member, Tatsumi, who is a naive boy from a remote village and had embarked on a journey to help his hometown when he had been won over by Night Raid's ideals and resolve. The anime stars Tatsumi as he fights the Empire, coming face to face with enemy assassins, powerful weapons, moral and value-challenging situations, and ultimately what it truly means to be an assassin with a purpose. This action-adventure anime is full of drama with multiple dark twists that are surely to keep you at the edge of your seats. Don't choose what to watch just yet, for we are just starting with our list. Check out what we have up next. Number 7. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. In the midst of the Industrial Revolution, horrific creatures emerge known as kabane that rip through human flesh to sate their never-ending appetite. The only way to defeat these monsters is by destroying their steel-coated hearts. However, once bitten by these monsters, the victim is doomed to a fate worse than death, as the fallen rise once more to join the ranks of their fellow undead. Only the most fortified civilizations survive the turmoil. This includes the island of Hinomoto, where massive walls were constructed for protection. The only way inside and out was through heavily armored trains. Ikoma, one of the builders of the train, manages to create a deadly weapon that he believes can easily pierce the heart of a cabana. and awaits the day he might be able to test his new creation. Little does he know he won't be waiting for that long. Check out this horror anime to discover what happens next. Number 6. Ajun. Mysterious immortal humans known as Ajun begin to appear on Earth. They were quickly labeled as a threat to humanity, foreseeing that they might use their powers for evil and were incapable of being destroyed. Since then, every Ajun was arrested and taken under custody immediately. The anime stars Kei Nagai, a high schooler aspiring to become a doctor. Kei never really put much attention and bothered with Ajuns, having very little knowledge of them. But things take an interesting turn when he survives a brutal accident that should have killed him, signaling his rebirth as an Ajun and the beginning of his days in torment. But Kei soon discovers that he wasn't alone, and many more of his species were closer than he thought. The action-packed mystery anime explores the horror genre too, adding much more to look forward to. Number 5. Chaos Head. The anime features our protagonist Takumi Nishijo, a shut-in otaku who rarely ever attends school and spends his days playing video games. However, his peaceful, neat, dumb days end when a mysterious stranger sends him a link to an image depicting a gruesome murder scene from a recent serial murder case called New Generation Madness. But Takumi soon finds out the murder in the image hasn't occurred yet, but in fact, he stumbles across the murder scene as it occurs in real life. He encounters a girl believing she is the perpetrator. A nearby camera captures Takumi escaping the scene and is soon mistaken as the real murderer. It is up to him to clear his name and uncover the true identity of the murderer before it's too late. Number 4. GoCoCo no Brynhildr. As a child, Murakami was friends with a girl he called Kuroniko. One day, while trying to prove the existence of aliens to Murakami, Kuroniko is killed in an accident that Murakami barely survives. Guilty of his role in the accident, Murakami decides to dedicate his life to proving the existence of aliens. But things take an interesting turn when one day, a new student with mysterious powers transfers into his class. The student not only looks a lot like Kuroniko, but shares a similar name as well, Kuroha Nico. As our protagonist takes more and more interest in Nico, he is drawn into a deadly world where dangerous scientists hunt magic-wielding witches that have escaped from their secret lab. Nico is one of these escapees, but there are many others in similar situations. It is up to our hero to protect them from their captors in this dramatic yet mysterious anime. Number 3. Psychopass. The world of this anime takes place in the future. Policewoman Akane Tsunemori believes in the humanity and order and obeys the ruling, computerized, precognitive Sybil system. Inspectors subjugate anyone with the slightest ill will, along with the help of enforcers who are jaded inspectors that have become latent criminals and are granted relative freedom in exchange for carrying out the dirty work. However, Akane soon learns the Sybil system's judgments are not perfect. Everything she knew turns on its head, while she wrestles with questions regarding the true nature of justice and whether it can be upheld by an already corrupt system. The genius anime would leave you thinking about the deep, yet thought-provoking plot of this sci-fi and psychological anime. Number 2. Zetsuen no Tempest. The anime stars an ordinary teenager, Yoshino Takigawa, who is secretly dating Aiko, his best friend Mahiro's younger sister. But when Aiko is mysteriously murdered, Mahiro disappears, in search of the killer of his sister. A month later, Yoshino encounters a strange girl that holds him at gunpoint. Luckily, he gets saved by the surprise appearance of Mahiro. Mahiro discloses that he had enlisted the help of a witch named Hakaze Kusaribe in search for Aiko's killer and the existence of the entity known as the Tree of Exodus. The witch's brother selfishly desires to make use of its power, in spite of the impending peril it may bring to the world. However, Hakaze is banished to a deserted island, and thus it is up to Yoshino to help her save the world, while slowly inching closer to the truth behind the death of Aiko. Number 1. Deadman Wonderland. Ganta Igarashi is sentenced to death for a crime he didn't commit, a massacre of his whole class. He is sent to a private prison known as a Deadman Wonderland, where prisoners are forced to fight gladiatorial battles for tourists. The young protagonist is thrown into a world of sadistic inmates with immense power, living in constant fear of the lethal collar placed around their neck. The collar is slowed only by winning the prison's deadly games. Ganta is forced to service this ruthless hell, where it is impossible to tell friend from foe. And on top of this, he still has to uncover who really was responsible for the massacre of his classmates. And that's it from our top 10. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. Tell us in the comments below which anime you would be looking forward to watching from this list. Also, you don't want to miss out on our most popular uploads. Subscribe to Mad World and ring that bell icon to stay tuned to our latest videos. See you in the next video.